A very good morning to all. We have already learnt about a solar system. So in our solar system, how many planets are there? There are 8 planets. And they are divided into 2 groups, that is inner planets and outer planets. We have already discussed in the last class about inner planets. So planets which are close to the sun, which are smaller in size, which are made up of rocks. We call it as inner planets. So which are the inner planets that we learned? We learned about Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. So next, we are going to learn about outer planets. What are outer planets? So planets which are far away from the sun. And these planets are larger in size and mostly made up of gases. So these planets are far away from the sun. So inner planets are closer to the sun. Outer planets are far away from the sun. They are larger in size. What about inner planets? They are smaller in size. And they are mostly made up of gases. So do you know which are the outer planets? The outer planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So the outer planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So these planets are far away from the sun and mostly made up of gases. Unlike the sun, these gases do not burn. So they are known as gas giants. So let's discuss about the outer planets one by one. Which is the first outer planet? That is the Jupiter. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. So Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. So what is special about Jupiter? It is the largest planet in our solar system. It is the largest planet in our solar system. It is so large that all other planets could fit inside it, which means it is very large. It is the largest planet in our solar system. Then it is the 4th brightest object in the sky. So Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system and it is the 5th planet from the sun. It is so large that all other planets could fit inside it. So that is about Jupiter. It is the 5th planet. Then which comes 6th? That is Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun. So if you closely observe this picture, you can see rings. You can see this planet is surrounded by rings. So if you see this planet through a telescope, you can see this planet as a big ball which is surrounded by rings. So there are about 1,000 rings which are made up of dust and ice. So which is the 6th planet? The 6th planet from the sun is the Saturn. And this planet is surrounded by rings, about 1,000 rings. It is surrounded by about 1,000 rings. Then it is the 2nd largest planet in our solar system. Then for rotation, in order to complete one rotation, it takes 10 hours and 45 minutes. To complete one rotation, it takes 10 hours and 45 minutes to complete one rotation. So that is about the planet Saturn. So which is the next planet after Saturn? That is Uranus. Uranus is the 7th planet. It is the 7th planet from the sun. And this planet has bluish green color. So we know that outer planets are mostly made up of gases. And this planet is made up of blue colored gas. And this is the smaller outer planet. But still, Uranus is 4 times wider than Earth. That is, it is still large to hold 64 Earths. So that is about the planet Uranus. And it takes 17 hours and 14 minutes to complete one rotation. So that is about the planet Uranus. So Uranus, it is the 7th planet from the Sun, and it is made up of blue colored gas, and it is a smaller outer planet, but still it is 4 times wider than Earth. So that is about Uranus. Then comes the Neptune, the 8th planet. The 8th planet from the Sun, that is Neptune. And this planet looks very much like Uranus. The Neptune looks very much like Uranus, and it appears bluish in the night sky. And it takes 16 hours to complete one rotation. Then it is the 4th largest planet in our solar system. This planet is very far away from the Sun, therefore it is a cold planet. So that is about Neptune. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun, and it looks very much like Uranus, and it appears bluish in the night sky, and it is far away from the Sun. So that is about the planet Neptune. So which are the outer planets? The outer planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So we have 8 planets in our solar system, which is divided into inner planets and outer planets. So which are the inner planets? Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. And which are the outer planets? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. You can take page number 120 in your textbook. There are 2 questions given. The largest planet in the solar system. So which is the largest planet in the solar system? Uranus, Jupiter. What is the answer? The answer is Jupiter. It is the largest planet in our solar system. What about the second one? Uranus is a bluish green planet, red planet. What is the answer? It is bluish green planet. So which is the red planet? Red planet is Mars. Above that you can see a box. Did you know? A meteor or a shooting star is a piece of rock from the outer space that burns completely on entering the Earth atmosphere. So at times this meteor does not burn and it falls on the Earth as fragment of rocks. That fragments is called as meteorites. So that is a piece of information. Then in page number 121, there is a box, dwarf planets. So there are many dwarf planets. Pluto and Eris are dwarf planets of the solar system. They are very far from the Sun. So these planets are very far from the Sun. Further away from the Neptune. Even it is far away from the Neptune. That is why they are extremely cold. So these are cold planets because they are very far away from the Sun. Dwarf planets revolve around the Sun, but they are smaller than other planets. They revolve around the Sun, but they are smaller when compared to other planets. Then there is a box given, life skills. Use a solar filter or an indirect viewing system only to view a solar eclipse. So viewing solar eclipse without proper eye protection will cause blindness as well as many other eye problems. So you should be very, very careful. Then let's see the keywords. Earth's axis. So what is Earth axis? It is the imaginary line that is passing through the Earth from the North Pole to the South Pole. Then Earth's orbit. That is the definite path on which planets move around the Sun. That is called Earth's orbit. Then Earth's rotation. So what is rotation? The movement of the Earth on its axis. That is called as rotation of the Earth. Earth's revolution. What is revolution of the Earth? It is the movement of the earth around the sun. That is called revolution. Then planet. It is a large, round, natural object that revolves around the star in a definite path. That is called a planet. Then you can see a box given there, remember. So solar system. So solar system is made up of the sun, planets. How many planets? 8. Then moons plus other small objects. So that forms the solar system. So we are done with this chapter number 11. Thank you.